welcome back to another episode of my Purdue Boilermakers Dynasty here on College Football 26. We are in 2029, aka Year 5. And we have won 19 games in a row, including a national championship game. We do get another road game here in this episode as we're going to be traveling to Northwestern. Obviously, this is a Bowling Green level talent, just kind of off the hood here. We are dramatically better than them. Not expecting this game to be close unless I play extremely poorly. But things are about to quickly ramp up with 290 overall teams coming back to back, with both of them being on the road after this game. So going to try to take advantage of this, get to a 20-game winning streak, certainly the most in program history, and try to take care of business before the schedule really ramps up over these next 3 games. Illinois right now is 0-2, but they just made the playoffs last year. We beat them twice last season, including putting them out in the playoffs. But traveling to Michigan and Notre Dame, one of these kind of seems like where this winning streak should end, but who knows? And, of course, the back half of the schedule this year is certainly a lot tougher than this front half. Now, we did have the LSU game. We got lucky to survive that one. I played really poorly in the second half, but things dramatically pick up after this week. Michigan, Notre Dame, Illinois, USC, Ohio State, Washington. We'll see kind of where Indiana is at that point in time. But there are 5 or 6 games on the rest of this schedule that kind of give you pause, and there's certainly games that we can lose. Now, thankfully, we do get a lot of these games at home as well. So it's not just a complete road gauntlet, but we are, on this little 4-game stretch of road games here back-to-back before we hit 4 at home. But we are taking on the Wildcats today here of Northwestern. They are at 2-1. They have beaten an FCS team, lost to Rice, and then beaten New Mexico State. So, this does not look like a team that is going to be very good. I would imagine, to be honest, I'd be kind of shocked if they got more than a game or 2, wins in the conference this year. They got a pretty decent quarterback. They have absolutely nothing behind him. Okay. Running back is pretty solid, though. Jermaine McKenzie, pretty significant drop-off after him. Solid speed here at wide receiver. So they may not be these incredible players. Miles Goodley, if I'm not mistaken, this is a Purdue Boilermaker? Is this the guy? Yeah, this was a wide receiver that we had that transferred out. 100%. Ended up at Northwestern. Okay, you get to see a former teammate here. Never played for us. A little bit farther down the depth chart, but good speed at wide receiver, so some potential for explosives there. They're pretty solid at tight end. Really good there at left tackle. Offensive line is in really good shape. By far the best part of their offense. Defensive line has got 2 real players, but Mason Maine is out. Red shirt senior, so the last of the real players here on this team got a dislocated ankle. He is not going to be playing in this game. Linebackers got a really solid one from an overall perspective here in Kenyon Pemberton, but they are not good athletes, at least the guys that should be playing the most. High-speed guy here in Timmy Oke out of London. It's really cool. Redshirt senior, really solid corner there. DeAndre Slack is solid, and Costanzo. So a pretty decent little trio quartet of cornerbacks. Free safety is okay. They are really bad at strong safety. I'm going to guess one of these free safeties, though. Going to be playing over the top, but you're talking about a 78-speed Kiki Zavala, 84-speed Enrique Crescelius. So not very good here in the secondary. This is not a very good team. Positives for them, they got one good player along the defensive line, got one pretty good cornerback that also has speed, and their wide receivers look like they could potentially be explosive. So we'll have to kind of see how we attack that. I need to consistently play a little better here on offense. Still kind of working out the kinks of running this new system that we have this year. We've won 19 games in a row. See if we can make it 20. That is certainly my expectation. We should certainly, in my opinion, be better than them. I'm not expecting this to be particularly close. I'm expecting this to be a game where we can bring in a Jeff Humphreys at the end of this, bring in some backups, get this some looks. Wet weather game could mean, maybe some less passing. We got some people upset about the amount of touches and receptions they are getting. But we'll see. We should be able to run the football, though, I think, in this game extremely well. But number 4 team in the country. Still feel like we're being disrespected a bit at this point in time. Now, and there are certainly teams that are more talented than us. But, I mean, at this point, we haven't lost a game in a while. So, back-to-back playoff appearances. I think we deserve a little bit more shine here in this department. Got a return. Going to get run down there. Going to take over at the 21. To Monte Battles, 371 yards, had 3 touchdowns last week. See what we can do here. Again, we're pretty much strictly a nickel team. So even if they line up with 2 tight ends, all that means is we're probably just going to bring a little bit more pressure. That's kind of what I'm eyeballing here. There's going to be a play action. Nice little pass over the middle. Make them earn their yards. Going to probably send a little bit more pressure here today. A bit of a strong I formation, and it's set up well. Nice run blocking to the outside. Northwest did a really nice job there of holding the edge. Despite us bringing pressure from that edge, really held the point there. Nice play. Go to the shotgun, run a little coverage. Northwestern off to a really good start here. That was a quick RPO. Nice tackle there from Sly. Got to see a little bit more Tremaine Ali last week. I thought he played just fine out there. Ruggins, our transfer from a defensive tackle, has been sensational. Really taking the shine off of Higler, who is getting a lot more attention here. A lot of double teams this year in comparison to last year. Probably the higher overall. Northwestern off to a really good start here in the early goings. Receiver in motion. It's going to be a toss to the outside. This time Sly gets out there. It's a broken tackle, and Ruggles making a play 9 yards down the field. Got to start making some plays. Run play, nice job. Linebackers and Sly kind of scraping across there, finding the spot on the counter. They throw something, but we're going to play the flats. If they throw something up the seam, they throw something up the seam. Instead, it's going to be a run play, and it's extremely well blocked again, down to the 1. Okay. Where do these guys go? Great opening drive from Northwestern. The wide receiver in motion. Don't hand it off, and he's going to get into the end zone running through Wolf. Freshman defensive tackle, and Northwestern goes right down the field to score a touchdown. All right. See how we answer offensively here in the weather. That was a fantastic opening drive there for the Wildcats. DeAndre Smith, good return, and DeAndre Smith is going to take this one to the crib. See if we can get a little bit of this momentum back going in our direction. DeAndre Smith just straight up a crease. Easiest return touchdown I think I may have ever had in my life. Quickly makes it 7-7. The bad thing is the defense is going to go right back out there. I don't really have anything that is an immediate thought processes of what could be a quick adjustment. Even being able to run down our throats was not exactly how I envisioned this game starting. We got to beat some guys here along the defensive line. There we go. Much better job there. Kegler beating his man there on the inside, forces McKenzie to have to run a little farther out. Sly continues to be a monster. Already 3 tackles for loss for him today. 3rd and 13. Pistol set with a tight end. Gonna run it again. Kegler Gets through, but thought he was going to make a play there. 3rd and 10. Great opportunity to get off the field here. Got to affect the quarterback, though. Not done that at all with battles yet. At time, able to knock it away. Got a little pressure in his face. Made that a worse throw than it probably should have been. Northwestern has to punt it. Andre Smith already on fire. Get another chance to return. Didn't quite get the block. 24 does a nice job. We finally see the offense for the first time here. Abdul Volk, 171 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground. It's had 2 really explosive games in this new offense. Then we had a game against LSU. We really struggled to run it with consistency. Again, we're going to largely try to keep things here in coach suggestions. If I feel like I need to go select my own play, that's what we're going to do. This playbook is, kind of specifically designed to run out of coach suggestions. Nice opening run there for Volk. Would really like to be able, I think, with this weather, to largely just run the football today. Quickly bringing Stenerud out. The linebacker kind of out there in coverage. Get this out to Gant, see if he can make a play. It's a little cut up, gain of 6. Gant, somebody that's already a little upset with his lack of touches so far. This end around has been really good for us in the early going this year. We'll try to set it up here, and it is a handoff to Hennessy. Kind of move the stick in the bad way there. 3rd and 3, we can kind of set up for a crack toss here. 1 block, 2 blocks, Volk. 4th and inches, we're going to go for this here. Go ahead and tell you that. Taking it a little play action. We're going to dump this out to DeAndre Smith, who's going to score his 2nd touchdown in the first 7 minutes or so of this game. First pass, or actually, I guess the 2nd pass. First real pass of the game. Goes for a score, 14-7. Andre Smith trying to get him some Bolitnikoff looks this year. The 2 big explosive games. Over 100 yards receiving. Pasco had the big game against LSU. Andre Smith already with a kick return touchdown and a receiving touchdown today. Nice play there by Yates, one of our young linebackers. Did a nice job on the last drive of affecting the quarterback with the defensive line. Good play by Scales. He is so much better than his overall rating. Freak athlete, always pretty good in coverage, but he gets downhill in the running game. Great tackler too. Get a quick swing pass out. 3rd and 5. Play action. Going to take a one-on-one shot. There's some speed at receiver. Gets knocked away. Mosley does a really nice job. Former Purdue player. They try to hit there. Goodley does have good speed. Actually beat his man out there, Ote. But got good help on the backside. Oh, did not mean to press that button. Sorry. All right. Pasco underneath him. Pasco's got room to burn. That's going to be another long touchdown here for Purdue. Offense has barely been on the field, guys. Juan Pasco. DeAndre Smith. There's so much explosiveness to this team. If you don't have speed in the secondary, I don't see how you really can stick with us. And if they're not really, even if they're playing their better safeties at strong safety, there's no speed there. So if the corners don't make a play, Northwestern is in bad shape trying to stop us on offense. Just on these little drags and mesh plays. More wide receiver set, they're going to run out of it. He breaks a tackle. I just talked so well about Scales and how good he is at getting downhill and making tackles, and he gives up an explosive pretty easily there. Send a little pressure this time. Deep handoff. Good time to send bodies at the backfield. Second and 11. Wide receivers. I think it's a wide receiver in there at tight end too, though. Still a 4 wide receiver look. Ruggins and Schumacher almost get there, but instead Battles is able to get this out to 84, who is just wide open on that play. Don't really know how that happened. Scales punching so hard at that play. Schumacher that time makes the play. I don't know where Scales was on that play. Create such a big gap in our coverage, but he was. Yep, empty this time. Double teaming Keeler is going to give Ruggins a chance. Battle's doing a really nice job going on the run. The guys have got to help him out. Like Hendrick's got to stay in bounds and get up the field there. They have shown a willingness to attack down the field. See if they will here, though. May not have an opportunity as the pass rush gets there. Ruggins and Keeler, the interior pass rush, which is the way I prefer to build my defense. I want rushers on the inside, not just cloggers and run game specialists. I'd rather have guys that can kind of struggle at times against the run. Maybe at least one of them is pretty solid, you know, just strictly at being a run defender. But that pressure in their face can really hurt them. We're going to go in around here again. This time it's to DeAndre Smith. Going to get a nice block there. Almost caught the gap. Big game already here. Number 15. Menace to society. It's kind of been the Juan Pasco specialty here. And it's going to be here again. 2 guys, 2 blocks, and Pasco might score again. Can he outrun 15? He is going to. Another touchdown. He's already at 108 yards receiving. 2 touchdowns on 2 catches in the first half. A 28-point first quarter. And that's with Northwestern going down the field and scoring. Andre Smith and Pasco have combined for 4 touchdowns already. This is one of those games where, like, the play style really irks me. So guys like Hennessy and Gant, right, are upset about the play style because of a lack of receptions. Throw like 5 passes a day, and 3 of them are gone for long touchdowns. It's 20-plus yard touchdowns. Now, you don't have the reps, right, to throw the football a ton. This certainly looks like a game where Humphreys may be playing like the entire second half. What a start. He might score 100 today. I can't think of what the most points is I've scored in a game since they brought this series back. Even up, one-on-one coverage. Gonna get knocked away. Ote, he's gonna be tough to just beat throwing it up. Another 3 and out. Northwestern is just immediately giving us the ball back and giving us the ball back and giving us the ball back. What a great first drive for them. We got that kick return touchdown after their touchdown, and it's been really ugly since then. Trying to really enjoy Pasco and company because I think this is probably his year. Tried to outrun him to the corner. Could not do it. Really nice play. They got me by motion buck sweep play here. There we go. Big block from Volk. Creates a big rushing play for Volk. Should be the end of the first quarter. I might get one more snap off. Nah, we won't get it. Pasco kind of a slow motion here. 28-point first quarter. Northwestern's already down 3 scores. Has some explosive runs, been really explosive in the passing game. Northwestern had a great first drive, running the football. Been a little bit pass heavy already since then. I think that's certainly having an effect on them. Sorry, I'm still a little nasally as well. You've been listening and watching my videos recently. I've been a little under the weather, trying to get ahead though for being on vacation here. Oh, you know, the week following when I'm recording this. I'll just reload running back sweep. Bring Volk in. He'll get set. Hand off, cutting it back. Gain of 4. Good play by the corner. That might be their faster guy that he can make some plays in that spot. Too much speed. DeAndre Smith inside the 10. We're trying to get the tight ends a little bit of love here. Want Gant to finish up his career here playing for us. Let's see if we can at least get some throws to the tight ends, some cheap receptions, right? Now we can finish this off how we need to.
All right, let's get it.
We'll get this mesh concept. I think Pasco will end up being able to come open. Going to be a sack. Couldn't quite get that out. 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Break. Get set.
Playing a little too cute there. Yeah. Oh, it should have been intercepted. Not a good read. Tried to squeeze that, and then he threw it high. Set it kind of right at him. Marco Gee out for the field goal. He's up. Kick is good. Almost missed that field goal. Was against LSU. Almost missed that field goal back then. That one didn't quite get over as much as I thought it was going to, but 31-7. First time our offense is not getting to the end zone. Another big sack there. Look at Stenerud out there making plays. Need to get him more touches. Nice play there from Morton.
On the double. Cobra.
That's on me. There's an open tackle there. And we've been tough here in early going. Underneath, make the dog good play. Got underneath the linebacker there. Walton just a tad flat-footed. Really would like him to kind of explode and flow with that. But he didn't. Nice play for Northwestern. Here comes the house as Schumacher is going to bring it in. He's going to get tackled. 3 guys all converge on Battle. All combining for a sack there. Force a fumble. I don't know who's going to end up getting that. Going to give it to Tylen Scales, okay?
Let's go. Break.
Man.
Single.
Little touch pass. Another cheap reception here to help out my wide receiver looks there. Get this to Pasco. And a 4. Gonna run that jailbreak screen play. Andre Smith is going to get into the end zone. This is disgusting. This is on the road in the rain. This is what happens when you get to the point in dynasties where programs like Northwestern that are not winning games, not boosting their team prestige, how just the complete lack of being able to recruit really crushes them. Like, even if they're getting players that are 3 stars, it's guys that are not athletes. At the end of the day, I love these games. I'm sure there's people that have way more complaints about it than I do. But this is just kind of me on my soapbox here for just a second. And then we'll get back to calling the game as they go empty here. But I mean, this game is still, it still comes down to how good your athletes are. Like the route running and zone coverage, all that stuff can play a part. But it's like if you're a mid-70s player, but you're a guy like Brendan Mosley that's got some speed and athleticism about you, like you can make more plays than you probably otherwise would. But if you don't have those players, it is tough. Like these, little underneath plays, all of a sudden you get one guy gets blocked and you don't have anybody that's got the speed to stick with a DeAndre Smith. That's also why it's fun. Like, I prefer, as I'm sure y'all can tell, my dynasty's on this channel. For this year it's Purdue. Next year I already got 2 teams in mind I'm trying to decide between. But, it's going to be teams in power conferences. That way I'm not worried about moving them and making sure they have big enough stadiums that make sense whenever you're a national title contender, that kind of thing. Nice play there from Baxter. But, you can kind of get stuck. You're now far enough into it where if these teams are not recruiting guys, if they're not, keeping up with, keeping even just like player minimums and stuff, as Keeler gets a sack. This is a bloodbath in the first half. I just don't know. Like, is there ever going to be a point now in this series where we play Northwestern and they're significantly better than a Bowling Green? I doubt it. They're not going to win a lot of games this year. They're not going to get people out of the transfer portal. This kind of is what it is. But also on the flip side of that, you have teams like Ohio State that has not been good in this series. Like, I don't think they've got a 9-win season in this series so far. Maybe they do, but they don't really have that, but they continue to recruit at a good level because they had such a solid start to it, and they're not like just completely struggling every year, to win 5 or 6 games and just dropping down all their stuff. Like, it's still a great program, if that makes sense. 2-minute warning. Yeah, there's pretty much a 0% chance at this point now that Northwestern ever really does anything in this series. This is going to kind of be what these games are whenever we play them. Black pass go to, Demetrius Simple, our left tackle. A little banged up. 4th and 3. 4th and 3. Kind of in no man's land. Got the conversion. They're playing hard defensively. Clock's ticking. We got all 3 timeouts. Little run play here to Stenerud. Almost shook out the safety there. Without a juke. Really want me to run this like Y cross kind of play. Just a little pressure. Pasco with 3 drops his first half. It is raining. He's getting hit on these plays. They're not just straight drops, but not really getting this to hit the way I want to. Let's see what we got. You know what? Let's pick our own play here.
Here we go. Break.
Run it right at him. Could have gone with a buck sweep play, which I'm sure would have hit for a mega gain. Oh, Volk. Wanted him to stay outside there. They didn't. Try to cut back in and help us out on the other side. And they are really wanting me to run that Y cross. It's showing up a ton. Nice pass, Smith. 6th catch goes for a first down. Just bury that into Smith. Another first down for him. 4 touchdown first half. Can we make it 5 for Baker? Do you try to score here with Stenerud? I need to kind of make sure I'm paying attention to the clock. And get caught napping on that. Run play. Volk gets a hit. Ooh, Stenerud actually goes down. I really would like just kind of a rat toss play here. I don't think this draw play is going to work at all. And this one off to force set. Going to get inside, and we score again. A 50-point first half. Oh, I have my numbers mixed up there. Apologies. 45-point first half. Got a little ahead of the game there. Had to kick a field goal, not score a touchdown. 45-7. Yeah. Might play the first drive of the second half with the starters and then move along to the backups at that point. Keep our guys healthy. Yeah. They're going to take us to the locker room. 45-7. Heading into the half. Northwestern does not have an answer. They're just not good enough. Had a kick return touchdown. 2 explosive touchdowns for Pasco. And then DeAndre Smith, had another touchdown as well. He's already had a really good first half. Pasco had a really good first half. Run the ball when we needed to, for sure. Yeah, this has been ugly. We're going to run one more series with the starters, probably offensively and defensively, and then we'll get the backups in. That's why I didn't really feel like there was a point in doing like redshirting guys like Tranquil, our 4-star true freshman that just returned that. Might as well get these guys playing time because, kind of just peeking at what the schedule was. Notice there was going to be some teams that not going to be great. What's that, 4 drops for him? Come on, dude. Keeping y'all in to kind of help boost stats and stuff. Like, credit him with 3 drops. He's got 3 catches. Like, gotta give me something. I just want to run that buck sweep play. Run to the left side again. This thing is cash, though. Like, it's the most overpowered play in this playbook. I mean, literally, it's a chunk play 90% of the time. And when I bring in Humphreys, we're going to run the offense because I want to kind of get a feel for how things are going to be with a lefty quarterback and stuff too. Just a little power. Oh, Zegu kind of got knocked back there. Won't finish that run really strong. End up getting the yards anyway, but. And off to Stenerud. Nice run. This duo play has not worked very well for us. Might here against Northwestern, though. Works well enough. We try the flea flicker. Let's try it. Never ran this in practice. Don't know how this is going to look. Try to just heave it up. Throws out of bounds. That's fine. Didn't really fall for it anyway. Let's see. A little stretch play. He's made a couple of good plays out here. I'm going to try to roll out here. Big throw, but Smith can't bring it in. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. I accidentally sat on my remote and turned off my TV. Don't y'all love the live reactions? I'm at 350 subscribers at the time of this recording. It's really dope for a guy that's just doing this for fun. You know, oh, that's okay. Should we try to punt that one a little bit farther? We have to punt it, and we'll let's put in the backups. It's going to hurt some of our guys' stats, but it doesn't matter. Baker 12 and 19. Some drops have really hurt these stats and kind of why these drives have stalled. But already got good performances from our top two guys. Pasco with not a lot of catches, but put the backups in. Some different looks here on defense as well. Still trying to get, full autonomy of some of these other players and stuff. Good run. They still have their starters in, so wouldn't surprise me if we maybe struggle a little bit here defensively now. Let's play with Wolf a little bit. Holly, nice play. Always looking for any opportunity to watch the five-star corner go make a play. Kind of manning that slot spot. I think his career path is going to be out in the boundary for us. Nice play. Benjinger able to bring him down. Little edge blitz here. Underneath, he grabs it though. Good play. Still Ote out there in coverage. Seemed like it really only took like our number one corner off. Slides out as well. Oh, good play. Nice tackle there with this Darman. Most success they've had since that first drive. Good play. Let's see. I want Ote. Give him a break. Let's put Jacoby out there. Pretty much strictly run out of this nickel. It really bothered me, when I was using the coach suggestions for plays, how many times they would keep, just sending three guys to try to get after the quarterback. Jacoby comes in immediately, almost gives up a bomb. So yeah, we just pretty much run everything out of the nickel. That's what I worked through. So defense does finally get a stop. Get to see Jeff Humphreys in this offense. That's a good punt. Good punt. At the 8. So Humphreys is out there. Got Roth, Tranquil, and Bacon. Willie's kind of working as our main tight end now. Carried a forced set. We'll fall forward for 5. Again, I want to run the offense. That's what we're going to try to do here. Humphreys gets nailed. Barely got that one off. It's going to be a first down. Underneath. That one to Bacon, the guy that we brought in out of the transfer portal. Nice job from Stenerud. Able to cut that back. Almost got grabbed in the backfield. But we made it work. Roth gets the first down. How well does this second-team offensive line block? So far, so good. Lucas Eldrenkamp, one of our tackles right now, is banged up. Backup right tackle. Chance now to run this buck sweep with Stenerud. Going to have a real chance to put up a strong game here now. There we go. Stenerud. Not gotten a ton of touches this year, but they have been effective touches, if that makes sense. Scored, I think, 2 touchdowns on 3 catches heading into this game. Another carry here. Got beat on that one. Spurlock getting some looks. Throw this out for Set. Great block out there by Bacon. Run the offense, let our guys just make some plays. Why not? Kind of surprising. I went back and, kind of looked at the attributes and everything, and Humphrey's certainly a step down accuracy-wise still from what we have with Baker. Now, obviously, Baker's a redshirt senior and everything, but, Humphreys is he's not strictly a pocket passer. He does have some mobility, but it is not a massive part of his game. Like the way we ran the offense in year 4 on our way to our national title would not work with him, with a lot of the read option stuff that we were doing. That is not going to be a part of what we can do successfully with Humphreys. Granted, it doesn't look like we're going to run a whole lot of it this year. Roth, hard to bring down. Only 2 catches for him on this drive. There we go. Get the big bodies out in front. Stenerud is going to score. Now we have finally gotten over the 50-point mark. (52-7). 13-play, 94-yard drive. Nice work from Humphreys and the crew. Having a really talented running back there with you certainly helps. Great tackle. So yeah, we get to see a little bit of Jacoby out at cornerback. He's been slowly developing. Joey Wolf, our freshman defensive tackle, going to get some run here. Jacoby, a bad angle there. First down there in the third quarter. 52-7. Yeah, got almost more rushing yards than they have total yards. We were really explosive in that first quarter, really. Then we've just looked really good since then. Need to get Ruggins off the field. Michaels gets a sack. Coming through. Let's come out. Let's get Ruggins off the field. Let's put Wanagu in there. Got it in, okay. Ruggins is still in on this play, okay. Ah, a little screen. Little screen. Wrapped it up. Great play out there by Droogsma. Big loss of yards. So I have, okay, Wanagu is it. A whole lot of young players. They now have their backup unit in, and Anelli is going to come over, get the 4th sack here for Purdue in this game. Freshman getting some extra look. Definitely going to turn shoe clock on here. Tranquil got room to go after catching that one. Really good field position here. Turn on shoe clock. Certainly at the part of the game that I'm sure a lot of y'all are going to kind of skip to the end, which is fine. Trying to see how these guys are developing, though. Tell you what, I'm about to take Center Root out here as well. And instead of moving 4 set up, Spurlock maybe? Move Spurlock there. Then here we'll go Ahmed. Get him some looks as well. It'll kind of be a combo of those other 3 guys. Spurlock's up to an 80 here as a redshirt freshman. Like, see what he's got. He's quick. He's bursty. Top end speed is not crazy. I think he can make some plays for us. They've run the ball well today. I think McKenzie got up to 90 yards. Where they put in the backups. Ahmed there, yeah. It's not going to be his strength. Not going to be running through guys. Let's go get this. This one's probably going to end up going out to Ahmed, but if they back off, we're going to go to Roth. They do not. Out to Ahmed. He's going to beat his man to the corner and get the first down. Again, it's about nothing more than I want these guys to get experience and get playing time and try to make plays. Could not get a block there. Okay. To Tranquil, see if they crash. Does not look like they're going to. They do not. Get it out to him. 3 blockers up ahead, and Tranquil. Like 14. First catch of his career. These guys make plays. Threw that and got it out to Roth while being hit. They kind of forced a late read there, so shout out to them. I think Humphreys has looked good. Nothing has been super inaccurate. Run play as Spurlock explodes once he finds the hole. Another touchdown. 59-7. We put up points in bunches against these bad teams. And I think I kind of got enough experience now with this offense where, like, you know, if we're playing at Ohio State, I might have to, you know, do a little bit more of my own, like, play selection, and not, you know, just strictly out of coach suggestions to go get it if we have to go get it. We're going to try to avoid that as much as possible. That way I'm not just completely, you know, spamming plays. I don't think I've necessarily spammed plays in this series horribly, but you know, if I need to go get something, or we're going to one of our, you know, 7, 8 most trusted plays for sure. Big sack, Benzinger. If that starting unit couldn't do much against these backups, their backups are going to do nothing. I think this quarterback they have in there is a 58, 59 overall. What is he supposed to do against us? Wow. Michaels has made 2 really good plays. A good tackle for loss, and then he had the sack earlier. This one's been ugly. We're just going to fair catch it. Good blocking, guys. Really good blocking. First down for Spurlock. Crowds are starting to empty. They've stayed around, though. Shout out to them. A little jet pass. Roth is going to get some of these touches even regularly. It's a nice play there. Just a lot of really good blocking. Gain of 4. Give me the plays. We're gonna run it here. See what it looks like. They don't crash. I should have gotten that to the inside. It's on me. It's a bad read. They didn't crash. Going against my own forte there, but it's okay. Want some pressure. Feed it. Bad throw. First bad throw from him. Oh, it's going to be him. Nope. Made it. Okay. Pushed it far enough over. Get that in. We score 60 plus. We're going to be one of the highest scoring offenses in the country at this point. And we left points on the table today. We get the offense the ball back for a kneel down. Going to go empty here. 10 personnel. Nice play. Look at him. Young freshman making a play on the scramble there. 2-minute warning. Golly, got to make that tackle, man. He broke a couple tackles in that play, though. A 200 day for the offense is always something special when you see that. A Nelly. True freshman got some, he can do a little bit of running. What's in the house? 1-on-1. Jacoby knocks it away. They will punt again. We're going to get out here with a victory. Ooh. Well, couldn't make that play. Wanting us to hand it off. We'll hand it off. Again, just continue to kind of give these guys some experience here. Spurlock, good run. Feel like he's looked good. He's going to play a role for us down the line at some point in time if he doesn't transfer out. Actually defended the crack toss well. Okay. All right. That's going to do it. 62-7 win. I mean, obviously the offense looked great. The defense gave up a long touchdown drive to start this game off. We struggled to stop the run in this game. Relatively speaking, obviously the total yards are not going to look bad because of all the sacks, but we struggled to stop them running the football. They had a really strong drive. We scored 62 straight points after that. A lot of drops, but the rain is going to have some effect on that. Really hurt Pasco more than it did the entirety of the offense. Obviously scoring 62 points, but if we don't have the drops, we maybe get to 70 in this game, 70 plus points. But yeah, defense played good. Again, took us a minute to make plays along the defensive line, but by the time we started getting to the second quarter, they weren't blocking us as well. Really, after that, we started to get after it. 500 yards total offense for us at 169. We had more rushing yards than they did total yards. We were just 5 for 11 on third down. We were 3 for 3 on fourth down. I was a little aggressive with that. Won the turnover battle, one time of possession. We won this game every which way here. Ran for 6 yards a tote, 9.6 yards per pass. And Baker 12 for 19, 204, 4 tuds. Humphreys, I think, looked good coming in, 9 for 11. Had a really bad last throw. But the Indiana native is, getting some playing time and stuff for us now, which is nice. Stenerud, I felt looked good. Abdul Volk, kind of hate I didn't get him more touches, but kind of with the explosiveness of us scoring early, kind of hurt just the total touches he had, but over 7 yards a tote. Over 7 yards a tote for Spurlock. Forsett had the 1 touchdown run. In the round, Hennessy didn't really do a whole lot for us. Bacon got caught on 1 run play for him. Ahmed just the 1 touch. 1 carry for Smith on in the round, did a nice job there. Or Smith 7 for 80 and 2 tuds. Ross 4 for 36. Pasco 3 for a buck 12. 2 long touchdowns in this one as well. I think 2 50-plus yarders. I think it was a 56 and a 52 if I'm not mistaken. Tranquil got a touch. Forsett got a nice catch. Not really getting the ball to the tight ends as much. See how that plays out. Lawton had a great game. Sly had a great game. Michaels made a couple nice plays. Keegler, relatively quiet game here for Ruggins for sure. But obviously you're playing a bunch of different players and stuff certainly has an effect on that as well. Not a lot to write home about here from the Northwestern side of things. I think Battles is a solid quarterback. 15 to 22, just 104 yards. Torre here, their freshman, 59 overall, was just 1 for 3 for -3 yards, but made some plays running the football, or at least trying to. But yeah, I mean, they ran the ball really well with McKenzie, but all of a sudden we exploded out in that first quarter. They couldn't really rely on that run. Almost a lot of those, 60 yards probably. 50 or 60 came on that first touchdown drive that they had. They did not run the ball at all outside of him. Nothing really in this receiving game. They didn't get to the backfield a lot. They did get a sack from Campbell. But yeah, I mean, just not a lot here for this Northwestern team. Who do we want to do as a thumbnail player? Needs to be the running back for them for sure. Assuming I can find something with him in there. Yep, McKenzie had a 40-yard rush. So and let's see for us. I mean, you just go Pasco again. It's one of those things that doesn't really matter. I've been really excited about Pasco, though. So, get the young Thundercat a look here. Golly, I'm sorry I'm coughing, guys. Still sick. Trying to get over it as fast as I can, for sure. Then we just need to get a shot of the background. Golly. I know it's awful to listen to. I'm sorry. Let's advance the week. For this 2 game, really for the gauntlet of the rest of the season kind of hits us here. Okay, no commits. This should be a really, really good recruiting class. George Gant's he's gonna transfer out. What is wrong with Michaels? Andre Smith, your Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. 3 total touchdowns. Well, certainly. I guess it's just 2. Yeah. Top 10 matchup on the road in the next one. Okay. Take a look at the scores. Miami, easy win. Baylor, easy win. Auburn survives Arkansas on the road. There's our game. Florida, really, really nice win on the road against a ranked Aggies team. Tennessee continues to look really good. Clemson, another really emphatic win there. Rice, Pitt, Penn State over Michigan State. The Spartans played really tough in that game, though. LSU over Vanderbilt. So LSU's back into the top 25. Oklahoma State. What is LSU? LSU's at 2-1. Okay. Oklahoma State over Tulsa. Tech over Old Dominion. Ohio State upsets UCLA, and the Buckeyes are now into the top 25. Really dominant win there. And then Texas puts Notre Dame back out of the top 25 with a 27-24 win there at home. Players of the week had Mitch Clinton from Rice, Quincy Udo from Sam Houston, Jaden Irvin from Michigan State. And, of course, we saw the DeAndre Smith. He had 3 total touchdowns, so 2 receiving touchdowns and the kick return touchdown. Heisman watch. A.J. Brand is all there at the top. One of his wide receivers is there. Still got the Georgia Southern guy in there. Scotty Woods out of NC State and Nick Mayer from Auburn. Hey, look at our season stats. Baker, 14 touchdowns against 2 picks, 76% completion percentage, over 1,000 yards now. Volk, roughly 500 career yards away from the school record for a career. Need to see where he's at from a touchdown perspective, but obviously didn't get a ton of burn in that game. Pasco has overtaken Smith, at least from a yardage perspective. Smith is still leading us in receptions, 7 touchdowns from Pasco, though. He has been good here in the early going. Got to get these tight ends the ball more, for sure. I'm not going to hamstring or, do too much with the offense to make that happen, but I want to get them the ball a little bit more. Scales and Sly leading the way. Lawton lagging a little bit behind here in the early going. Ruggins and Schumacher in the double digits. Scales, Lawton, Keegler round out the top 5 there in tackles for loss. Ruggins still leading the team in sacks. Keegler and Schumacher trying to close that gap a little bit. Still just the 1 interception. We did have a forced fumble I forgot to bring up there. It was Scales had the forced fumble, and Schumacher has picked up both of our fumble recoveries we've had this year, and we're still perfect with Marco Gee. From the kicking side of things, let's take a look at our recruiting now, position by position. Again, we're going to bring Kofi Rutter in. I think he's going to be a really solid player, probably low 70s to start off with. Got some good athleticism. Going to have to wait for the accuracy to develop, though, for sure. This doesn't look like it's going to be a deep shot offense. So not as worried about the deep accuracy, but need that short medium to get into the mid-80s range there for sure. Ronald, we're holding on. That's a big pipeline that we're trying to outrun there with Tennessee, but we do have more points than them. I think as long as we're holding that lead heading into our visit, and as long as we win that game, I think we can bring him into the fold. Ankara, again, he's going to be ours. Mania, we got some extra points available here. Do we want to boost this up? Again, I'm not crazy about him. I think he's going to be a solid route runner. 6'3", 87 speed. We do know that speed can improve. Route running solid. The hands are going to need some work. Let's see if we can invest those points otherwise. Emmett Poe, let's go ahead and get him back up to the full 50. Moffitt, definitely going to bring him in. Only 2 guys recruiting them. Huey. I want to schedule him for a visit and just put this one away. And we're racking up points. I think he'll be committed before he goes on those visits. Tatum still looking good here. That he'll be a Boilermaker. Pickney still outgaining them. Let's make sure we get this gap continuing to close. He's somebody I might need to bring in for a visit. Championship contender. Will this last till week 10, though? Probably. Go ahead and get him in on a visit just in case. Wiley. There's nothing else we can do here, right? Still don't know his 3. We're building, though. Even though, Syracuse and Rice and Miami. Miami having the pipeline is certainly a major worry here now as they start to kind of rack things up. Really need to figure out what his points are. What his pitches are. We're the only team going after Gallimore here. I don't think he's going to be great, but I think he'll be solid enough to be a starter for us down the line. We already have Hulk committed. I want to hold off Alabama. Let's go ahead and put 10 more points on him there. So the only people going after Ordonez. So if we wanted to, we got 65 hours available, and I don't necessarily think we like have to, go after like adding more points to any of these guys that we're kind of leaning the way on. We take a look, see if maybe not wide receiver. May need to look at tight ends. Just in case Gant transfers out, all of a sudden this can be a pretty light room here pretty quickly. All these guys are pretty much pure possession, okay? Vertical threat, let's kind of see what he looks like. See what these tight ends look like. This may need to be a class we bring in a couple. 79 speed, okay. 73. 76. We offer a scholarship here to Oluwatimi. Let's offer him a scholarship. Oh, actually, I can't. Oh, I should offer the scholarship to Morrison, who's actually faster than him. What am I doing? It'll be all right. Then we're going to be fine going after these guys. So, all right, that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoy the content, like and subscribe. Check out my Seattle Mariner franchise on that channel as well. Sorry I'm sick. Really close to getting over it, but I'm sorry you guys are having to hear this as you're listening or watching to the recordings. But yeah, that's going to do it. Here for this one, really kind of the schedule starts its tick up, like right now. This Michigan team is really close to us. I think they're in the 92 overall range. Yep, 92, 94, 91. It's going to be really tough going on the road to beat them. We have not been to Michigan since season 1, unless I'm mistaken. And we got beat there during a 3-game losing streak. So hopefully we can respond and get us a nice win. Certainly what we're hoping to do. But yeah, that's going to do it here. Till next time, thank you so much for tuning in. Leave me feedback down below. Peace.